Right then, it has taken around 5 years to get to this point, but we can finally tune the Transporter T6.1s. So that's right, it has taken quite a while to be able to tune these cars, but not only can we tune the T6.1s, we can also tune the T7s now and the MAN and Crafter vans from 2021 onwards. So these are the vans with the Bosch MD1CS104 ECUs. On the Transporters specifically, that is from the 90 horsepower models. There's a 110 horsepower model, a 150 model, and then the 204 models. So we're going to be able to tune all of those. The only caveat at the minute is to be able to tune these, we have got to send the ECUs off. So we're booking the vans in for about 2 weeks. Basically, we'll remove the ECU, send that to Auto Tuner, that the company doing the unlock service. They'll unlock the ECU, send it back to us, and then we can do our custom software on the dyno as we would pretty much any other car or van that we have in here. Onto the van that we're actually going to be tuning. This is the 2-litre 110 version. So this has got the 5-speed gearbox. The hardware across all the lower power models, so the 90, the 110 and 150 are all the same, other than the gearbox. I believe the 150 models come with a 6-speed gearbox or the 7-speed DSG gearbox. That is probably the better one to go for out of the single turbo options. We'll find out when we get it on the dyno, but because these have got the same engine and kind of turbo injector hardware as the 150 models, chances are we'll be able to get probably 180, 190 horsepower out of this off the top of my head. But the limitation on the 90 and 110s might be the 5-speed gearbox. We might have to limit the torque, limit the power. The 150s won't have that problem, and then the 2-litre bi-turbos, so the 204s, again, I'm not sure if they have a 6-speed manual or if they're all DSG, but again, they don't really have the same problems with the torque. So I believe the 204s, we'd expect maybe 240 off the top of my head. Again, until we get one of these on the dyno, we're not really going to know. So once we've done this one as well, we've actually got another T6.1 in the Darkside fleet. So Ryan's gone ahead and upgraded his T5.1 to a bi-turbo T6.1. So as soon as we've got this one done, we'll be doing the exact same thing to Ryan's, getting the ECU off, sending it off for unlocking, and then getting that on the dyno to see what those can do. But in the meantime, we're going to get this round to the workshop, get the ECU whipped off. We'll get that sent to Auto Tuner. About a week's time we should have it back, and then the next part of this video will be us getting this into the dyno and getting it for tuning to see what we can get out of it.
A few moments later.
So as you can see, the ECU, well you can't see, but the ECU is back for the Transporter. It actually took a lot less time than we thought. We thought it was going to take pretty much a full week. We sent it off on Tuesday and we had it back on Thursday. So very good service from Auto Tuner to get that back to us and unlocked in good time. So it's back on. The Transporter starts up, runs fine, exactly what we'd expect. So it's just about to go on the dyno. We'll let the tuners have a play about with the software, and then we'll check back in once we've done that to see what power we can get out of this Transporter. So as you can see, I am back in the dyno to see what power figures we've got from the Transporter. Now, the tuners have taken quite a bit of time to familiarise themselves with this. I think we're on version 61, I believe, on the software, on the file. So yeah, it's taking a little bit of time, but that's because this is the first one we've got in. We wanted to kind of perfect the recipe, so then for everyone else that comes in and books in after now, we kind of know what the crack is with the ECU, we know where we should be looking and what we should be changing in the software. So yeah, let's have a look what power figures we've got. So as we've already mentioned, this van is the 110 horsepower model with the 5-speed gearbox. There is a lower horsepower model, a 90 horsepower model. Now, I've no idea why Volkswagen makes a van of this size with only 90 horsepower or even 110 horsepower. In my opinion, it's far too little for the size of vehicle it is, but hey ho, that's where we come in to try and get a little bit more. So it should have been 110 standard. It's done 114.8 on our dyno, so well within the kind of margins that we'd expect. And now with the custom tune on there, we're at 206 horsepower and 320 pounds-foot of torque. So massive increase. As you can see, the reds are before, your low one's your power, the higher one is the torque, and then your green ones are after. So this one's your power and your top one's your torque. So absolutely ridiculous gains from what this came in at. Now, it is worth noting, we have had to reduce the amount of torque at the low end, kind of under 2000 RPM. Originally when we were tuning this, we were getting a bit of a flywheel judder. I think I said this in the intro, but the 5-speed gearboxes, as the same as the earlier Transporters, they're not the best at handling the torque. So yeah, we've had to reduce that, cap it a little bit, so it takes a little bit longer, it's a little bit smoother to kind of come on power, but once it's on there, no flywheel judder, and like I said, 320 foot-pound of torque. This is pretty much the same hardware as well as the earlier Transporters. The turbo's the same, the engine's very similar, there might be some small differences, I'm not sure without looking into every single part. But then the main difference is obviously the ECU and injectors. The previous ones are on a Delphi ECU and Delphi injectors. These are now on the Bosch ECU and Bosch injectors. So yeah, good power gains. We're going to rip this off the dyno now. We'll stick a few cameras in it and see what it drives like on the road. So, we're just out in the Transporter. It's time to see what this feels like after the remap. So, having driven this briefly before we tuned it, I can confirm that 110 horsepower is not enough for a van of this size. It's got a very nice camper setup in the back, but that will add additional weight to make it even slower. So, no surprise that this customer wanted to book in for tuning. So we're not far off from actually doubling the horsepower of this from standard. So 200 horsepower, 0.6. Surprised the tuners have done that, because they like to get just short of round numbers. Usually it's 199.9, but this time they've managed to get it just over. So straight away it feels a little bit more lively. Can't feel the weight in the back as much now. The other thing as well, I actually took Ryan's Transporter home last night, which is another T6. The ECU's just been unlocked on that, so we'll be getting that on the dyno soon to see what that does. I believe that's the bi-turbo model DSG, so that's kind of like the top one, the top shelf of the transporters, the diesels anyway, and that felt really nice to drive. And I'll be honest, this doesn't feel that much slower. So they are, I think, 200 horsepower or the 199 horsepower or 204 PS, whatever they class them as, about 200 horsepower. So it'd be nice to see what that does with the remap on it. But yeah, to say Ryan's has only got seats in the back and this has got a full camper setup and the pop top, feels pretty good to me. Pulls pretty well. I weren't ever jumping in this expecting it to set my world on fire. Compared to some of the cars that we have in, this is pretty tame, but I suppose each to their own. Not everybody wants 500 horsepower 35D. Some people just want the daily vehicles or the weekend vehicles to have a little bit extra punch that it was just lacking from factory, and I feel like we've done exactly that with this van. It's worth noting as well, since this has come off the dyno, the tuners have been doing a little bit more playing about with the software. So we've actually done some torque limitations by gear on this. So we've pegged the torque back a little bit more at the low end like we spoke about on the dyno, but we've done that a little bit more in 4th and 5th gear, because that's when you kind of at peak torque on this. And that has completely eliminated any flywheel judder on this. So good job again from the tuners. Plenty of traffic on the road. Friday afternoon, not the best time to be doing these road tests. But it does give me a chance to kind of test it in real world conditions, see what it's like, pulling away, kind of crawling in traffic. That's the thing when we're doing tuning, it's not just about the peak power figures on the dyno. We'll probably spend another several hours on the road, if not days sometimes, perfecting the tune, make sure the drivability is right in as many scenarios as we can kind of test it in. But anyway, we've got a little bit of a clear road now. We'll drop it down to 3rd. We'll get a bit of a pull. Pretty good, feels strong. Can definitely overtake in this now. Before it felt dangerous, and I think in most cases you probably wouldn't dare to do an overtake unless you had the full bypass, which was empty. But now it's got enough power to pass people safely if you need to. So yeah, I think the customer definitely going to be happy with this. Being a camper as well, if the customer's up and down the country, going down some country roads, steep hills and stuff like that, should have no problem with the extra torque pulling this up now. So overall, very good improvement on this. I'm sure the customer will be very, very happy. So I'm going to head back to the unit. We're going to get this buttoned up, get the ECU covers and everything back on, and then this is ready for the customer to collect. If you have got a Transporter with the new Bosch ECU and you do want it tuning, please get in touch. We'll have a link in the description to the email and the tuning listing on the website. If you haven't got a Transporter but you've just enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.